Hello there, my name is Wokianaru, and welcome to the new year. It is now 2025. It's 2025. Just had to make sure. It is 1/1 of 2025. So took a little bit of a break for the holidays, just to get into things, be with the family and whatnot. But I wanted to get into something that I've done before in the past. I don't think I've ever publicly really talked about them or whatnot, but I mean, it's a common thing. Resolutions, we all know that. It's a common thing for the New Year's, is everyone has their resolutions. And I feel like every year I try and set resolutions, but then I realize that they're not really doable, So I sat down and really thought through what I wanted for my resolutions this year, what I wanted to do, because I think it's good to set resolutions. I mean, most people, I think it's a little bit of a 50-50. And I don't generally share my resolutions, but I mean, now I'm going to. But I did set myself, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 resolutions for the year. All of them of varying degrees. Some of them you'll hear and you'll be like, okay, that's just a normal life thing, and some of them do seem like, doable resolutions. But let's start with the first. I mean, it's a big one for everyone, and for me, I normally do, I'll just put lose weight, whatnot. But I have been for, I don't know, let's see here. I've been weighing myself anytime like I go into work and whatnot. Let's see, since 2021, going in and weighing myself at work, because I work in a clinic and we have a scale, so I'll weigh myself there and it gets an accurate reading. And my last reading as of 12/28/24 was 389 pounds, 389.9 pounds, which, I will be honest, that is not the highest I've ever weighed. I've been nearly 410 pounds before. So my first goal is, because I looked into it, was what is the most reasonable, healthy weight to lose for a person my size, my height, my age, all that sort of stuff. And what I'm seeing is between 75 to 100 pounds, or 50 to 100 pounds. So I went with lose 75 pounds. Lose at least 75 pounds. So if I lose more than that, hey, it's great. I mean, I have like a thing in the top of my list that says what my ideal weight is supposed to be. I think it's like 160 something pounds. I mean, for a 5'7" male. So it's it's the first one. You coming out of the gate, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. That's one a lot of people are. I'm doing it for health reasons and all those fun things. But then the rest of them, they descend in difficulty. I don't know if I'd say they descend in difficulty, because while I was doing this, I was thinking of a couple of different things. So these are all completely out of order. The next one is finish the rough draft to my book. So if you didn't know, I've been working on a book for quite some time now, but I keep putting it off to do other things, or I get distracted. So, I've not finished it, but I would like to get at least the rough draft of it done by the end of the year, and it will be a novel size, so 360 something page long novel that I want to get done, and not the full book. I don't want to get it done, released, all that sort of stuff, because that takes a lot more time, and that's also I'm trying to be realistic as realistic as possible. And if I do get those things done, if I do get it finished and edited and published and whatnot before then, great, that's wonderful. But like I said, I'm being realistic here. That's what this 2025 was really about for me, was set realistic goals. The next one is also finishing another thing, but this is finishing another rough draft, but it's of a screenplay that I'm writing. They're two different things. This one's a little bit more difficult. The book is mainly creative writing, but you do have to, you start writing a book, and the deeper you get into a book, and if you're as crazy about like continuity errors and whatnot as I am, those sorts of like little details, you have to like keep notes. I have notes on like of notes. I have notes of notes of notes of like different things that you have to use to make sure that you're keeping everything in order. You're not messing up anything. You don't say something one page and then another like couple chapters down the line you say something that completely dislodges any logic or whatnot that you said earlier. And then for the screenplay, I'm writing historical fiction, and being that it's a historical fiction, especially it's a war movie, I'll say that much. That's even more of anytime you're writing a historical thing, you have to be very, very, how do I say? You have to be very specific, there's a lot of details that go into those sorts of things. The next one, so we didn't get to it, sadly, but I had the goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, last year, on YouTube, but I didn't get to that. I did kind of jump on that goal at a bit of a weird time, so I wasn't going as hard as as I had been. But now I upped it, so now we've got 12 more months. So I want to reach 2,500 subs on YouTube by the end of the year. I think that's a reasonable goal. So we'll try and work on that. By posting regular content, posting new content, all that sort of stuff. I've already was starting on that goal and was doing different things to reach said goal. So I just upped the goal a little bit. Continue to post regular content is under that, so it kind of follows that. Get a car. I need a car. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in a little country town. It's not even a town, it's a village. It's technically counted as a village. That's how small it is, in the middle of nowhere, and I need to get a car, so get a car. I have my license. That was a huge milestone, actually, for me. I didn't get my license until I was 25, because of at first it was my epilepsy, which started flaring back up when I was 16, and then I needed to get driving hours and whatnot and learn to drive. And everyone in my family, we're all adults, so we all have our own lives and whatnot. And those sorts of things happen. You can't just be like, okay, I'm going to go out and drive with this person every single day. And I didn't want to pay for like a company because it's expensive. Trust me, I looked into those companies. They are expensive. But now I have the goal of, get a car. Get a car so that I can go, work better jobs. Or what I really want to do to get a car for is I want to be able to go out and do things. I'd love to be able to just go out and do things that, like, if I want to do something, I can hop in my car and go and do it. I have another one. This one is probably the most, out of all of them, will be the most difficult thing to do, and that is moving out of Ohio. I want to move out of Ohio this year. I had the goal of moving out of Ohio just after I got out of college. and you know, I graduated college. It's been over a year since I graduated college. I didn't really make any plans. I was just kind of hoping it to happen, which was my fault, honestly. But you know, now I can work on that. I can work on that, hammering out all those details and whatnot. Some of these things will need to be to happen before I can move out of Ohio. You know, like getting a car, but I need to hammer out those details. And I know I want to move down south. Trying to find a job down there before I move down there would be ideal. And then the last one is just a little bit of a personal goal. Well, I mean, all of them are technically personal goals, but I used to be a huge reader as a kid. I loved reading. I had a huge library of books that, when things happened, I'll just say it like that, people left and whatnot, and so things went their own ways, and so now I'm building my own library. You know, this is my library that I own all the books, and they'll go place wherever with me. So, you know, I want to try and get back into reading, and I mean, I was doing that last year, was trying to get back into reading, because I just didn't do it as much. I realized that was just a thing that I didn't do as much, or I fell off doing during like high school. I didn't read as much in high school, and then it just dropped off over the years. Like, unless it was an educational reason, then I wasn't reading. So, I mean, I'd like to get back into that. If you guys have any resolutions down below, go and put them down. If you guys have any resolutions, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I feel like this is also, posting this is not just a saying, hey, here are my resolutions, but this is kind of holding myself to it. I'm putting these resolutions on the internet for you guys to see, for you guys to hear, and if I don't get to these resolutions done by 2026, you guys can raid me in the, you know, the comments and whatnot. If you guys want to see some of these resolutions as they go along, go ahead and let me know. Like, if you're particularly interested in one of them, how one of them is going, let me know in the comments below. Or if you're in my Discord or whatnot, go ahead and let me know, and I'll tell you how things are going. But this, I'm really gonna focus on self-improvement and whatnot this year, because it's been a thing that I haven't done too much of in the past, but you know, I really need to do this year and going forward. But like I said, if you guys have any, if you made any resolutions for yourself, go and let me know. If you want to, you don't have to, but let me know down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for new games you'd like me to play, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. Otherwise, I should be hopping back into a normal recording and uploading schedule here pretty soon. This should start the normal uploads and whatnot. But I'm all out of time for this one. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.